Hello, all my dear Leo friends. Um, I was speaking to a lovely Leo the other day, and he said he was a Leo. And my handwriting is terrible today, so I'm going to tell you what I wrote up here. And I said to him, "You can't just say you're a Leo. You have to say a great, grand, glorious Leo, because that's what you are." And so I put GTG up here to remind all of my Leo friends, you are a great, grand, glorious Leo. Now, let's talk about this forecast. Wow. Wow. I love it. Okay, first of all, Venus, um, let me make sure I got this right. And Mars, well, if I had a pen that helped me along here, we're just going to pretend that this red planet is Mars. Venus and Mars are still in the shadow of the retrograde until the third week in May. And what this means is it's going to feel like Mercury is retrograde because when Venus is retrograde and Mercury's retrograde, they act the same way. Um, Mars, of course, does absolutely nothing when it's retrograde. So um, just give it a little bit longer and you'll feel terrific because then everything starts moving forward. Now, Saturn, the planet of reality, is right on your ninth cusp. And a lot of people are afraid of Saturn because it is the planet of fear, but it doesn't have to be. It's the planet of reality. And a lot of people are afraid of reality. You know that how that is. There's always somebody who says, well, I hope you get what you want, but you know, keep one eye open just in case, that type of thing. So, my definition of Saturn says respond to your abilities as a leader. That's different. And so, with Saturn on the ninth cusp of higher education, long distance travel, our philosophy of life, the truth that we live by, this is where you grow up. I mean, you could be 85, 90 years old, and this is where you grow up. This what makes it return, of course, just like all the planets, they have their own cycle of returning. And so, no matter what your age, it is time to take responsibility for the truth. I love it. Now, Venus is love and it is in your ninth house. And so you're seeing love quite differently. If you can travel, wonderful. The airlines are going nuts. So double check, surround yourself with positive energy, etc. But if you want to continue your higher education, the ninth house is higher education as well. And so getting out and spreading your wings and soaring. That's what I would suggest that you do. Now, Mercury, planet of communication, is in your ninth house. And so you're dealing with ideas on a larger scale. And I hope that you write the world's best novel because you can write on the ninth house. You see options you didn't even know you had. On the 10th, Mercury moves into your 10th house of leadership, and that's where you will belong. That's what will really get you going. I love that. On the 25th, Mercury moves into the 11th house of the humanitarian. Um, it deals with universal concepts and being a friend. And when with planets in your 11th house, you're asking, am I crazy or is the world crazy? It's them. 9 out of 10, it's them. So just go about your own business because you're ahead of your time. And this, of course, means that with the sun in your 10th house of leadership, step into the lead slot. You're there now. Let it rip. On the 20th, the sun enters your 11th house and you become, if you're involved with humanitarian projects, you can become a leader in at least one of them because your love for humanity and the desire to be a friend is very, very strong. Jupiter, the planet of abundance, the greater benefic, is also in that 11th house. And so you'll make new friends, you reconnect with old friends, and there is an optimism, a joy about that. So this whole area, especially with the sun, the center of your life, being a friend, being a humanitarian, it's magnificent. But of course, your great grand Leo, excuse me, great grand glorious Leo, Mars, red planet in the first house. That first house is you and your physical form. And you're saying, out of my way. I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I can. And you will. And it's super terrific. You have lots of energy. Unleash it and do your thing your way. Now, on the 12th, we have a full moon and it's in 22 Scorpio. It's in your fourth house of home, family, real estate, and that's when things come to a head. So you may be getting feedback that you're not thrilled with from family members for maybe because you're so busy being a humanitarian. I don't know. But it comes to a head and you can resolve it then. Are you thinking of moving or buying a new home? There you go. 2 weeks later, we have a new moon, and it's in that 11th house, the great, grand, glorious house where your Leo planets are right now. But this one is, let's see, in 6 Gemini on the 27th of the month. And so I'm suggesting once again that you hang on to your humanitarian side, express it, and then do your thing and go home and relax. Okay. So have a beautiful May and come back in June when once again I take a look at your great, grand, glorious chart. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.